Hey guys, today's video I'm going to be showing the Animal Dreaming Oracle cards by Scott Alexander King. And this deck, it isn't, it's not super pretty. I don't know, to me it's not like the most prettiest deck ever, but it's very special to me because it was gifted to me by my neighbor who was pagan, and so yeah, so it's really special, and it really connects really well with me. For all the cards that I pull, they are usually always very accurate to what is going on or things that I need guidance on. And he also gave me this little pouch that the cards go in. So normally this doesn't come with the cards, but he gave it to me as a gift. So pretty awesome. Real quick, with the guidebook, it's not the little white book, so it's pretty nice. It's basically like Sacred Rebels and the Kuan Yin Oracle. It's in one of those boxes too. So I don't have the box because he gave me it in this, but the box is normally like one of those Sacred Rebels boxes. So yeah, so sturdy box if you do get it. And I've only seen this deck being used by like one other person on YouTube, so I don't think it's a really well-known deck. Oh, and it's also the Australian version, so maybe that's why, because I'm in the United States, so maybe I don't see it that much because it's an Australian-based deck. But yeah, so all the animals are from Australia. So you have the contents and a little talking about the book, the author, the cards, how to read them, how to interpret them. There are a few spreads. Yeah, and if you are very drawn to the elements, you'll probably really like this deck because it's very categorized to the elements. So you have like air, earth, fire, and water. So each animal is connected to a certain element, and there's some symbols in the deck as well. And I am getting over a cold, so my nose is all sniffly and all that. So here is the backing. It is yellow, and it has this little symbol. And I'm not, I haven't really gone into much into researching this deck. So like a lot of the symbols I don't really know. I know like it's got fire and water and earth and all that stuff. But the spiral, I think it's for either the sun or the moon. I'm not sure, but I think it is. Alright, so let's just do a quick little flip through. They're not in order, they're not organized, so it's just going to be a flip through. So we have butterfly, transformation, and it'll have a little symbol here, and the colors too, and the borders will symbolize the elements and stuff. There is the little symbols here too, and I'm not sure what the top two stand for. So see, we have more different symbols and stuff like that. So I know this is the element, but these two I'm not sure. And it has the animal and a keyword underneath it. So you can go about reading these without the book, but the book just really explains it so well. It explains the animal and how it's connected to the keyword and what it means for this card popping up for you and stuff. So the book's meaning I really like. Yeah, so it has like a bilby, and here in the United States I have no idea what the animal is, but my friend Jess, who's from Australia, she was like, oh yeah, we have those everywhere, so yeah, if you're not from Australia you probably won't connect well with a lot of the animals. And this card, let me tell you about this card. This would come up for me all the time. I would either pull it or I would grab the deck and just like ended up flipping over and it was right there. Or I would separate the deck and I'd see it. I was always seeing it all the time, so I figured out what it was that I was missing, that the cards were trying to tell me, and now I don't hardly ever see it, but that's what I'm talking about. The deck just really, it really speaks to you and stuff, so. Hi, baby kitty. And I'm sitting outside my patio window because it's been raining all weekend, and the fresh air is really nice. And the lighting, I'm trying to get some good lighting here because normally I'm upstairs and it's really dark up there. So, I mean, you can tell look-wise, it's pretty basic. A lot of the cards are very similar, just except for, the color and the image itself of the animal, but you have the, the symbols and everything, they're all, it's all the same throughout the deck. Look at the little mouse. I love how strength is the keyword for the ant, only because it's, it's a tiny little insect, but when they come together, they can be really, really strong, And I am going to show you the meaning for one of them because I want you to kind of get the idea of how the meanings correlate to the cards. That one's really pretty. I love the blue on the bird. It's very pretty. So yeah, I mean, there are some animals, that are everywhere around the world, but there's also a few that are just, like the kangaroo is Australia-based. Oops, upside down. Alright, so since that's the last card we landed on, excuse me, from the book. So you have the numbers, so you can go to the page quickly. You have a little picture, the animal and the keyword. And then usually, here, let's just read this real quick. So it says, a symbol of supreme mystery according to Christian tradition. This pearl is a metaphor for truth and wisdom. A beautiful seabird with a powerful bill used for prying open oysters. The oyster catcher has plumage stained with a mark that strongly resembles the sign of the crucifix. Christian tradition has it that the oyster catcher once concealed Jesus under a mass of seaweed when it learned of the danger he was in. Out of gratitude for its selfless act of concealment, the oyster catcher was marked thereafter with the sign of the cross to venerate its dreaming. Sorry for coughing. So long as you are not intentionally lying to anyone, including yourself, and no harm comes to anyone, including yourself. All is as it should be. Oystercatcher is not a supporter of the concealment of truth as a means of controlling others, but rather as a way of protecting one's sense of security and self-esteem. Choosing not to reveal a truth is not necessarily lying. If the topic never arises, one does not have to speak of it. It is no one's business but your own, so long as it does not interfere with or damage another's views of the world. If you look at your life and realize that a portion of yourself is being repressed for reasons that no longer serve you, turn to this aggravating grit of sand into something precious. Open up and reveal it as your pearl of wisdom, the aspect of yourself that you yearn to have seen as sacred and worthy of public scrutiny. If the oyster has flown into your cards today, ask what side of yourself you are concealing from the world, either intentionally or inadvertently. What aspects are you attempting to hide from yourself? What facets of your life would you like to see revealed and honored by all? You're being reminded that there is a time and a place for everything, and that if it seems appropriate to conceal the truth of who or what you are, then do it. But if now seems inappropriate, then stop. That's pretty interesting, only because of certain things that are going on right now, and I happen to decide to read from this passage. So that is a pretty little cool tidbit going on. But yeah, so usually in the beginning it talks about the animal itself, and it gets into the meanings, and then if you pulled it, it kind of has like a basic breakdown here of what it means. So yeah, so once again, it's the Animal Dream and Oracle cards, the Australian version by Scott Alexander King. It's pretty good amount of cards, and let me tell you, the card stock is amazing. It's really nice card stock. It's really hard. It's very shiny. Shuffling overhand with these kind of sucks, only because they're kind of sick, but they work really well with rifle shuffling. Yeah, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check this deck out, because I know it's not really well known, and I think it's a really nice deck to have, and I use it a lot for connecting with spirit animals and stuff for people. So yeah, definitely check it out. Thanks, bye.